I cannot feel my face. I cannot feel my face. It is really cold. Oh my god. I might die out here recording this video. Hey guys, welcome back to a new video. Today we're talking about a wireless mic setup by a company called Movo. So right here I have the Movo WMX-20, which is a wireless mic solution meant for getting audio to your camera from far away. Say you have a really wide shot or your character moves around a lot and you can't really follow them with a boom or have something mounted on your camera, well, this might be the setup for you. Before I talk about my thoughts on this product, it's important to note I am not sponsored by Movo, but they did send me this product to review for free. So everything in this video is my honest opinion, but they did send me the product. So if you don't want to believe what I'm saying, whatever. So I think the biggest selling point for this product is its price. This whole kit with 2 receivers and a lav mic and some adapters costs a total of $150 US on Movo's website. And you could easily be paying double that price if you went with a mic setup made by a name brand like Rode or Sennheiser. So if this mic can hold up and give me some good sound quality, then I'm willing to overlook a few flaws because it's pretty cheap. So everything comes in this nice little plastic box. Now I'm going to say this a few times, but a common theme with these mics is everything has kind of a cheap build quality to it. You kind of feel in your hand, it feels like it's very lightweight plastic. I wouldn't want to drop any of these things. I'm not going to test it, but I would be worried about them breaking. So I think that's one thing you lose out when you're saving some money is the build quality just isn't quite there. It's not bad to the point where it really affects the usability, but you just kind of notice it when you're holding it in your hand. It just feels like they were definitely trying to save some money there. So opening up the case, we get 2 mic packs here, a transmitter and a receiver. So you can unplug the included lav or pretty much any mic into the transmitter, and then the receiver gets mounted on your camera with a cable coming out of the receiver into the camera. So we've got your transmitter and your receiver. Then we have a 3.5 to 3.5 millimeter headphone jack in order to plug the receiver into the camera. Then we also have a 3.5 millimeter jack to XLR, which I think is a really nice thing to include because by default you can record into some higher quality sound devices like a Zoom H4n or something like that. Now you also get a hot shoe mount in order to mount the receiver onto your camera. Now, I would rather use a ball joint mount over this one. This one doesn't really move around at all. But if you don't have a ball joint mount, this one works perfectly good. You just can't really move the receiver around on top of your camera. Then lastly, you have your lav with the little windscreen. So you're going to clip the transmitter onto your shirt and plug the lav into the transmitter. And then you want to clip the lav somewhere right around here. And then that's what's going to send the audio to the camera. So let's take a look at the receiver first. So power button on the side, press and hold and you get the screen here. Now you can press these plus and minus buttons to change channels. Say if you found you were getting any interference on one channel, or maybe you have multiples of these set up and you want them recording to different receivers, then you can use these buttons to change the channel. You also have your battery life indicator, which is nice. And if you press the set button here, you can change the receiver volume. So this is nice. It allows you to control the audio coming into here. You can either boost it on the receiver and then have your preamp down really low in camera. Even if you're recording into like a higher quality recorder or something like that and not right into your camera, the fact that you can adjust the volume right on here is still a nice feature. Now, one thing that I don't love is you can only change the volume on the receiver, not on the transmitter. Looking at the top of the receiver, we have 2 plugs here. One is a line out, so that's where you're going to plug in your recording device, whether that's your camera or a sound recorder. And then the other one is for headphones for live monitoring. Now, I really like that this has a headphone jack to monitor my audio because this camera, the 6D Mark II, does not have a headphone jack. It has a microphone jack so I can plug a mic directly into the camera, but I can't monitor that sound. I just have to look at the levels and hope that I'm okay. So if I'm using this setup, then I can have headphones on behind the camera and hear exactly what kind of audio quality I'm getting. Then on the back here, we have a universal screw mount there in case you want to mount this to a tripod or a magic arm or pretty much anything, and a nice little belt clip. Then down near the bottom here, you pinch right here and that slides out the batteries. So this takes 2 AA batteries. Now I haven't used this a whole lot, enough to drain the batteries, but even after some limited testing, the battery still says it has 3 bars. So battery life seems pretty good. Now looking at the transmitter, we have a very similar setup, but with a few changes here. The power button is on top this time. So you press the power button to turn it on, and once it is on, the power button then doubles as a mute button. So if your actor or whoever's wearing this wants their mic to be muted for a sec, they can just click the button on top and it'll stop transmitting. So then same thing on the front here, we have a nice little screen with the battery and what channel we're on. Now we have the plus or minus to decide what channel we want to be on, but you cannot control the volume from the transmitter. Only the receiver. Same setup on the back, a little screw hole and a belt clip, and batteries are in the exact same spot. So right up top next to the power button, we have a line in and a microphone in. So you're gonna plug your lav into the jack with the microphone on it, and you're good to go. I have to say the system's really easy, and if I ever do like a documentary style video where I'm handheld following someone with a camera, I am definitely gonna go to this. because being able to record directly into camera without having to sync it up later, but also having that completely wireless freedom is going to be really nice. But anyway, here's a clip of me in the middle of nowhere testing out the audio quality and seeing just how far away I can get. Alright, I'm in the middle of nowhere here so that I can test out the range on this mic. So my camera lens is set to 105 millimeters. I'm currently about 5 big steps away from the camera. This, I feel like, is a pretty reasonable range for the mic to be working. I would be very surprised if this had issues at this range. All right, now this is 10 steps away, still fairly close to the camera. Again, this is a wireless mic, so this really should be working at this distance. But hopefully you can still hear me clearly because I'm just talking my normal volume. But if I was using the on-camera mic right now, it would be very, very quiet. All right, this is 20 steps away now. I would expect the mic, if it's going to have issues, this is about where I would expect it to start cutting out. But if it's still working at this range, then that would be awesome, because this was the range where it would be really useful. The 5 and 10 steps away, I could probably still be using my shotgun mic with an extension cord running straight to the camera. But this would be a really long distance to run an extension cord. So wireless would definitely be more convenient in this case. Let's keep going. All right, this is 40 steps away now. It feels weird talking this quietly when I see my camera so far away. And keep in mind, this is at 105 millimeters, so it's fairly zoomed in, and I can't see my framing, but I'm pretty sure you can see me head to toe. So even though I'm zoomed in, it might be a little hard to gauge how far away I am. But I'm sure, as you can tell, the camera is zoomed in, and you can probably see my full body in the frame, which means I'm pretty far away. And just for good measure, this is 60 steps away from the camera. So roughly 60 meters, give or take. And this feels very, very far away from the camera. So I would imagine I'm probably dealing with some cutting out issues right now, but I'm not gonna know until I look at it. So I don't know about you guys, but the fact that I could be that far away and it still didn't have any problems picking up my audio was pretty impressive to me. I definitely expected it to struggle at least a little bit, maybe like a little cutting out here and there. The audio quality from the mic isn't that bad either. Now, the nice thing about this setup is if you don't love the audio quality, you can always keep the transmitter and receiver and just get a better lav, or you could even plug a shotgun mic into this. But that being said, it does have surprisingly good audio quality. I still think my shotgun mic here is way better. But yeah, overall, this product I would say is a win. It's a decent price and you're actually getting quite a bit of features and quite a bit of functionality. Now, in a setting like this, where my camera's right in front of me and I'm not moving, and wireless isn't really that big of a deal, I'll use my shotgun mic every time because it's going to be better quality. But the wireless lav system definitely has a purpose, and I think it'll definitely be handy in the future. So thanks to Movo for sending me this product for review. Again, they did send me this product for free, but at the same time, I'm not going to be recommending you guys a bad product if I think it's bad. But my honest opinion is that this setup actually provides some pretty good audio quality. If you want to step it up, getting a better lav mic would definitely make an improvement, because this lav is okay, it's not the best, but especially if you're just starting out and you don't have a huge budget, but this is something you really need, this is a pretty good setup. So if you guys enjoyed this video, if you want to see more stuff like this, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, join the family. That's a weird, I don't know, what do you call your subscriber? Join the army? The army? That sounds kind of lame. I don't know, I'll think of something. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video.